Welcome, Dr. Al McDash, classmates, and anyone else watching this video presentation. I'm Wendy Gunderson, and I'm a student in EPSY5380, Section DO2. This course is an introduction to educational statistics and is required for the Doctorate of Education degree in Higher Education Administration at Texas Tech University. As part of this course, each student was to create an illustrative PowerPoint presentation on a key term or terms in this course of introductory statistics. I have chosen to explain the important differences in variables. In mathematics, there are several different ways to use variables. Statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of numerical data and is sometimes used to estimate the corresponding parameters in the population. Variables. A variable is a characteristic or attribute that can assume different values, and variables can be classified in various ways. Two ways of classification are as qualitative variables and quantitative variables. Qualitative variables are variables that can be placed in distinct categories according to some characteristic or attribute. Examples of qualitative variables would be gender. A person is either male or female. School district, say Denton ISD, Lubbock ISD, Dallas ISD, all of them are different school districts. Or even breed of dog, say a Chihuahua, a Pit Bull, or a group of Dachshund puppies. All of those are qualitative variables. Quantitative variables are variables that are numerical and can be ordered or ranked. Examples of quantitative variables would be someone's age, or somebody's GPA, or a state's population, or even a person's height, say the heights of U.S. presidents, as can be seen in the graph on the right. These are quantitative variables because they are numerical and they can be ordered or ranked. Quantitative variables can also be further divided into discrete variables and continuous variables. Discrete variables can be counted and are assigned values such as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Examples of discrete variables would be the number of students in a class or the population of a state. These are countable numbers and are discrete variables. For instance, you can't have 2.5 students in a class, or the population of a state can't be 536,382 3/4. It needs to be a whole number and is countable. Continuous variables can assume all values between any two specific values. And those continuous variables are in between those values. For example, to be in the Phi Theta Kappa Student Honor Society, students must have a GPA of at least 3.5. So all of the values between 3.5 and 4.0 are continuous variables. Variables are used in experimental studies to be able to determine the influence. For example, researchers change up or manipulate one variable, an independent variable, to see if it has an influence on the outcome variable or dependent variable. An example of this would be, say, a study on a class where the independent variable is whether students receive instructions on how to complete an assignment or not. The experiment is to see if the instruction that they received, for those that received it, will have an influence on the grades the students achieve on that particular assignment. The dependent variable or outcome variable would be the grade that the student receives on the assignment. Variables are very important in statistics, and understanding the variables is the first step in the study of statistics. To be able to understand the data, one must determine the type of variables and the methods by which the variables can be categorized, measured, or counted in order to be able to utilize data for further study. Understanding which variables are independent and can be manipulated, and which ones are dependent variables to be measured to determine if the independent variable had an influence, is a large part of many scientific studies. It is important to be able to document all of this so that studies can be duplicated in order to test their validity. However, that is possibly for another student doing another video for a class in the future. Thank you.